I speak as a member of your fan club, but I also this week was at School of Congregational Development, the United Methodist School of Congregational Development, and your name came up many times from folks, and I mentioned that you and I were doing some work together. Um, I did have one trusted friend that I've worked with who's worked in conference positions and is in a local church again, and she told me how much she appreciated what you're doing, but she said we're kind of at this place with our budget where and I said, well, I'm going to make you sign a verbal NDA right now. I said, but let me show you what I just put together and that is coming out in 2 days. So I'm sorry,
No,
I
I'm
did
so
share it
glad
with
you did.
one person,
I love it.
and so I shared it with her, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, I think this is going to mean that we can subscribe again to
Yeah.
her resources." And she said, "I'm really excited that that I'll get to do this again." So
Yeah.
from that one conversation, I thought, well,
Right.
I think you're onto something here. You're speaking
Yeah.
to a need that at least for this church, they couldn't be in at 300, but they can at 100. And it wasn't that they don't love your resources, it's
Yeah.
just that
No, it's just the
they've had to make
reality
different
these days.
choices.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So
And what it means is that even if you use, you don't use my stuff all the time. There's lots of stuff out there, but this makes it possible for you to have access and see it all and make your decisions. And,
yeah,
I just want to say that some people may think this is like a short time discount deal. It's not. This is it. This is it. The price has actually permanently gone down. It really is affordable for just about every church. And if you're still a tiny little lay-led congregation, um, because there are more and more of those who can't afford a full-time pastor or even a part-time paid pastor, this my materials are meant for you because you can adapt them, but everything is there. And so I just hope that it can spread far and wide to those churches who really could use it but could not afford it.
and I'm of the belief that church ought to be the most creative place you go, not the least creative place, because we have a direct line to the Creator.
Yes.
And sometimes we just let our worship order plan worship for us. And with what Marcia creates, you can take everything to another level. And it's not creativity for the sake of creativity. It's creativity for the sake of transformation and meaningful worship and stuff
Right.
that sticks with you long after it's over. So,
Right. That's
like,
right.
$100 is an amazing, amazing deal.
Do you know how many I have now, Jason? I have 48 fully scripted worship series. I
Wow.
have
Okay.
30 that I did before I started doing fully scripted that are ideas for every Sunday for a series, but not scripted out. Um,
Yeah.
48. So that means this year I will hit the 50 at 50 and more. After Advent, I add Advent and I add Lent, and I'm going to do an Epiphany series called Deep Well. So I'm just, here's what it does. It allows me more time to be creative because Substack actually is meant for subscriptions, and it just makes it so much easier for
Yeah.
me to have the time to create more. So, um, yeah, it's a win-win for everybody.